All right. So this is my essay on going beyond the question of being. There is something that philosophers have debated for centuries, which would be, why is there being rather than not being? However, I believe there is a question beyond that question itself. That question being, why does one wonder at all? Why does one wonder rather than not wonder? The fact that this curiosity exists is something I want to prod at, because for centuries, not only has this been a question of being, but the very fact that man wonders about being. In some sense, this question goes beyond being or directly to the heart of being. The Old English word wonder means miracle, marvelous thing, object of astonishment. But I feel that a miracle capitalizes on what wonder truly is. This lack of wonder in the modern world is, in a sense, the most signifying illness, or the coming of an illness that has resulted in where we are today. This loss of wonder is a loss of miracle. Man needs to believe in wonder again. He needs to believe in miracles again. To wonder is a miracle. The fact that one can ponder, that one can wonder, why is there being rather than not being, is a wonder of such a miracle. This in itself is to be at the heart of being. For even to ponder this question, we are already flung into wonder. We are flung into being, and in this way, even if we investigate being, we find ourselves at the same time investigated. And to be in this wonder is to be in the pure state of investigation in which I know myself through my other. This wonder is the praxis, the end in itself, an utter miracle. It is the sacred that underlies everything in which we know, the mediation of the subject and the object, the in-between. It is the wonder, the wellspring of the wonder. When I think about a new metaphysics, it would have to be wonder. It's not some type of supernatural thing. In fact, it is supernaturally natural. To wonder is the most human thing. To be and wonder, to create and wonder of, this is the end in itself, to wonder. There is no more that wonder can give but to wonder. This is the nearness that one can reach, the near sitting. To wonder is the most liveliness that man can feel within the heart of being. Wonder is the ground in which he finds himself in being. It's wonder. Wonder is the dialogue, the liveliness, the heart of all that persists. It is wonder. Wonder in itself has manifestations, but they are simultaneous manifestations. They are this idea of the eternal wounding that I will borrow from my friend Tommy, of what it means to be a being, a human being, in which one is again thrusted into wonder. Why does one wonder the eternal wounding in the first place? Is perhaps a better question. And as he is flung from the eternal wounding into wonder, he finds himself in awe and in love, which would be the second manifestation of this awe. However, in ultimate reality, there is no distinction in between this love and this eternal wounding, for they are the same. I only make these distinctions because the mind itself cannot help but make distinctions, but in reality it is one. This love, this eternal wounding, is the composition of the grounding of this all that we live. To be in awe of the eternal wounding, to be in awe of love, is the same. There is no distinct differences in the ultimate reality. Only in the mind does it choose to make a distinction. What is prior and after is simply only for one to comprehend, but not necessarily in correspondence with the grounding of being, for which we take the grounding of being seriously. Then there is no prior, just the grounding. This wonder is the grounding for which everything arises, why sciences exist, why anything exists at all. Did not begin with the question of being and not being, but the unspoken question of why does one wonder, then not wonder, is perhaps the better question. And how this is the end in itself is to be in a state of wonder for oneself. This is the holding in oneself that one can be in being. And the moment he wonders, he's already in the wondering of the being itself, of the holding itself. This is wonder, a miracle.